All right, so are you ready to explore a place with history even more vibrant than its beaches?
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, today we're diving deep into Sosúa in the Dominican Republic.
Sosua. Okay, I'm listening.
You know, when you mentioned you were interested in both travel and history, this spot just immediately popped into my head.
I can see why you'd make that connection.
Yeah, and based on what I've read in this travel website about Sosúa, I think you're going to be absolutely fascinated by this place.
Oh, really? Fill me in.
So we're talking about a haven for Jewish refugees during World War II.
Wow.
Incredible fusion cuisine, and even whispers of buried pirate treasure.
Okay. Yeah, that's quite a mix.
Right.
I'm particularly interested to learn more about that Jewish community you mentioned. It's not a connection you typically make when you think of a Caribbean island.
Exactly. It's not the first thing that comes to mind, right?
No, not really.
Okay, so picture this. It's the 1930s, Europe is in turmoil, and hundreds of Jewish families are desperately seeking refuge from Nazi persecution.
A truly desperate time.
And where do some of them end up?
I'm guessing Sosua.
You got it. The sunny shores of Sosúa, thanks to an offer of asylum from the Dominican dictator Trujillo.
Trujillo. Huh. That's interesting given his, well, let's just say, complicated legacy.
Yeah, definitely a complex figure in history.
For sure. But it's even more fascinating when you consider that these refugees weren't content with just surviving.
Right, they wanted to build a life.
Exactly. They actively built a new life for themselves, establishing farming cooperatives and pioneering some pretty ingenious agricultural techniques.
That's right. The website mentions they even figured out how to cultivate tropical fruits.
Oh, wow.
Like bananas and pineapples on an industrial scale.
I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, and this was a far cry from the European climate they were used to.
Right?
So adapting like that must have taken some serious ingenuity.
Absolutely. Talk about resilience. And, their impact goes beyond just agriculture.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, this travel website mentions a dish called kipes, which is a Dominican twist on the Middle Eastern kibbeh.
Kipes?
Yeah, so imagine these little pockets of seasoned meat and bulgur,
Okay.
but with a unique Caribbean flair.
Oh, wow, that sounds delicious.
Right. It really exemplifies how these refugees didn't just settle in Sosúa.
Right, they became part of the community.
Yeah, they enriched its cultural landscape, leaving a legacy that you can literally taste to this day.
Makes you hungry just thinking about it.
Right.
Speaking of legacy, did you know that Sosúa still has a functioning synagogue?
I did not know that, no.
Yeah, apparently the architecture is this really cool blend of European and Caribbean styles, making it a unique symbol of resilience and adaptation.
And to think all of this is happening in a place that's now a popular tourist destination.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
It really is. That's what I find so captivating about this place. The layers of history are just so intertwined with its modern identity.
Yeah, it's got this really unique feel to it.
Yeah. I mean, today, Sosua's main beach, Playa Sosúa, it's all about white sand, crystal clear water,
Sounds idyllic.
and this vibrant atmosphere that just draws visitors from all over the world.
But knowing the history of Sosúa adds a whole other dimension to experiencing it.
Absolutely. Like you're walking through layers of time.
You're so right.
Yeah.
It's like you've got this beautiful beach backdrop,
Yeah.
but with this incredibly rich and complex story woven into its very fabric.
I love that. And speaking of stories, this is where things take an even more adventurous turn.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Remember that buried pirate treasure we mentioned?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it turns out Sosúa has ties to that world too.
Get out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, during the colonial era, the north coast of the Dominican Republic was a prime target for pirates.
Because of the location, I imagine.
Exactly. And this website specifically mentions Captain Kidd.
Captain Kidd, like the notorious pirate captain.
The one and only legend has it that he stashed some of his plundered loot somewhere in this region.
Wow, so to sum it up,
Yeah.
we've got a place that served as a safe haven for Jewish refugees, a community that thrived and left its